So, right. Morning to all. Trevor, I don't know if you want to just pick up for a moment while I just try and communicate with Navid if he's not still not hearing us, and then we can get into the session.
Yeah. So good afternoon. Just after midday. My name is Trevor Nell. I'm CEO of the Four Ways Community Chamber, and have the pleasure of having witnessed this team developing virtual trade fair from scratch at the beginning of lockdown. It all came together when our experts in the exhibition industry turned around and told us just about 60 days ago that their entire futures and careers had been annihilated, which we certainly couldn't have that happen to members of our chamber. And everyone sat together and within 21 days came up with this virtual trade fair platform. What I'm pleased about in this platform is that they adopted the principle of making it simple, making it affordable, and making it cost effective for individuals. So obviously we believed that hopefully some elements of the world would come back to normal. We've already seen that the world is going to change as a result of all of this communication on Zoom type channels like this, and Skype and Slack and all of that. But the virtual trade fair was designed to be a bridge between the expertise of those in the exhibition industry that couldn't capitalize on their physical infrastructure, and it forced us to get into a virtual world. So on that basis, hopefully, Ivan, that gives something of a background, and that I've bridged the gap for you in communicating with, is it Navid? Have you managed to, Navid, are you hearing us now?
Yeah, he's hearing us. He's just unable to speak. So I've asked him to put into the chat box any questions, comments that he has, and I'll pick them up and we can discuss them. So at least he can hear the answer as we go forward. So yeah, so I'd like to welcome Navid Yufi. I'm not 100% sure where Navid is based, but I know it's not local in South Africa. And Yufi in Ghana still, I presume, under your current situation there. Thank you for bringing Navid on board. And yeah, we'll pick up the discussion as we go forward. So I see we've got Jasper and Gavin and Eugene on as well, which is fantastic. And Irene, so welcome to everybody. I see Navid says he's based in Dubai, so fantastic. I think our first visitor from Dubai onto these sessions, so great to have you here. And I think Trevor and I have had a quick look at your website. That's the africabusiness.com website, I think. Is that correct? Yeah, exciting to have you on board, and looking forward to seeing how we can collaborate and work together. Right, because we've got quite a few people on the call, I think we'll just kick off with general items at the moment. Eugene has done some interesting work for us on some promo graphics and so on. Eugene, I don't know if you want to actually put that up and show everybody. I've downloaded your file, but it doesn't seem to want to play on my machine for some reason, so we need to work that one out. But I think it's a great visual promo which we'll be using going forward. Absolutely. Are you able to display it?
Yeah, just give me a sec. I just want to find it, because what I've done is I've exported it into different formats. Okay, just give me a sec. That's that. Okay, share screen. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, it's coming up there nicely. Thank you.
This is impressive. Wow.
And that's a wrap.
That's fantastic, Gene. Really, really nice work there. What do you guys think, Irene?
I've been dying to post it on LinkedIn, but I just wanted to get the feedback this morning. So I've put up yesterday the billboards, which also look absolutely stunning. So yeah, we're making good progress. I just don't know, though, Ivan, how would you display that kind of presentation, though, like on the website? Just a question.
Yeah, look, it can be linked into the background on a page, so that's not a problem at all. You know, obviously, dynamic hotspots on a motion video is not possible, so you'd need an overlay, a static overlay to do that. But it's all doable, so no issues there at all.
Okay,
Yeah, if
cool.
you just tell me what you guys need exactly, and then I can render stills or whichever views you need for that. 100%.
Great, thanks, Eugene. Yeah, Dawn, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, excuse me, well done, Eugene. I think it looks spectacular. So it's really giving you a feel for what we're aiming at. So I think you've made it simple. You've made it quite clear that anyone going in will find what they want, and it's brilliant. Well done, Eugene. I think it's stunning.
Right, Yuffie, was it you who said "wow" as it was playing there? I was somebody said "wow." I see, and now it also said "wow" in the chat screen, but I heard someone.
Yeah, that wasn't me. Yeah. It's really impressive. Congrats, Eugene.
Good, thanks. Yeah, yeah. Gavin, your thoughts from a technical perspective, and how we can perhaps integrate that into the site.
Hi guys. Yeah, no, easy to do. Once we've just a dumb comment, is there some sort of sound on that video? Obviously not played through the current presentation, but I presume there is.
Yeah, there is a sound to it.
Okay. You know, again, snatching elements of that video for screenshots, very easy. Adding the video as an option to play on the website, simple. So yeah, technically great, no problems.
Great stuff. Thanks, Gavin. Yeah, Jasper, how's that going in tandem with your big electronic billboard outside the Eagle's Nest there?
No, I think the timing is great, and I love the animation that Eugene did there. I did say on the video you sent me, I just said, wow, well done. And I think this can now add a lot more, call it credibility to the visual, for people who want to see the visual aspect of the trade fair, and they can start to imagine it a bit better. And I like his focus on the various hot buttons to basically show where in the website can they already go and find information.
Great, thanks, thanks, Jasper. Yeah, Grace, your thoughts on that?
I love it. The navigation that Eugene took us across is quite easy to get through. So yeah, let's get the final version out so we can start doing the marketing.
Great, yeah, I couldn't agree more. Trevor, yeah, over to you.
Yeah, listen, I don't want to upset all of you, but Eugene sent that to me as a present.
You want to keep it to yourself now, do you? No, we want to get it out to the world, so I don't think we're going to.
Is it? Yeah, so thank you, Eugene, for turning around and saying that was a present to me. It was a fantastic surprise, and I think you've captured the essence of really where we wanted to go. And just to have Navid or Navid, if you, I'll get the correct pronunciation of your name. But that is the direction that Dubai goes in. That's the type of investment that Dubai makes. And I think he's quite excited with what he sees there. Every little step that everyone here on this platform is doing is taking us into the future, and very quickly. So well done, Eugene, and well done, everyone else.
Yeah, so just picking up, I see Navid has posted a question there. How can we co-host an event using your platform? I was thinking in terms of holding a joint event on the 17th of June. We do the marketing and your team handles the back end. Yeah, that sounds like a very interesting suggestion and exciting suggestion of it. So yeah, how can we pick up on that in terms of putting this together? Trevor, perhaps Gavin, your thoughts on that that question from Navid?
Yeah, easily done. It really is a case of giving Navid a presence on our platform, and then from there onwards, whatever we decide by discussion. I mean, it's the platform's there. Let's use it.
So if I can suggest, and it's the quality of connection that we love to have. So first of all, integrity always goes to the individual that introduced us here, and there's Yufi, and we must focus on how Yufi put us together, and we maintain the loyalty of those particular connections. But I went in and had a quick snapshot of the africabusiness.com site, and also the Facebook site. So Navid, I see that you've been around, you say, for around 32 odd years as the editor. Do you actually own the site yourself, Navid? Great, okay, 100% owner of it. Well, that's fantastic. So we take you, so when we actually get into deals from our side as the chamber, we have a look and we make an assessment of the individuals from the work that they've actually done. And clearly you've done work, and we can guesstimate the sort of business model that you have. I have a look on Facebook where you talk of, and we can see you have about 82,000 odd likes. I assess that your primary product that you're perhaps selling is the, or are the directories to the various different countries. I see that you offer between 5 to 10 business leads per day to anyone that actually becomes a member of your network. So I've got to pat you on the back for putting together what I think is a pretty sharp product out there, and we'd like to test that. And it's clearly you have the marketing nous, and what we should do is enter into an open joint venture with you to see if we give you the ability to represent all of us, Yufi's interest, ourselves, to get out to the marketplace and see how many people we can attract in a collaborative venture. We run it as a pilot. and we see how that works. And that could be the beginning of a 5, 10, 15, 20, 30-year relationship with ourselves at the tip of Africa and yourself up there driving the economy of Africa from Dubai. And all you've got to do for us is make certain that we've got accommodation in place as we want to fly up and down there when things happen again. So everyone who wants accommodation in Dubai as a result of this joint venture, clap your hands on the screen. Those who do not clap their hands do not get accommodation, okay? No, Irene, go. That's Gavin Julian has clapped his hands and that sort of thing. But look, this is the exciting potential that we have.
Goed, ek het net hier vir konferensie.
Now, and Navid, that is someone turning around and saying he doesn't want to miss out on the accommodation in Dubai, in Afrikaans. So I think we've got exciting potential. Gavin, I'd love your comment. I did see you clap hands. I think we've got to have an open-ended approach to seeing how we can work with someone of this potential quality that we accept at face value. And you being one of the primary developers of this particular concept, what are your thoughts?
As I said, you know, the platform's open. We can offer Navid a presence on that platform. The size of that presence we'll have to discuss with him. And the nature of our cooperation needs discussion as well. But I think it makes sense that we get together with someone like him. Because obviously he's got access to a hang of a lot of contact, and that makes a huge difference.
Okay, so Navid, you're 100% spot on. So what we'll actually do is after this particular session, Ivan, if we've got time, then we'll spend some in-depth time just with Navid, just to get in some of the facts and figures and come up with some sort of discussion from there.
Yeah,
I'll hand it back to Ivan.
My suggestion to Navid via Eufy was that, you know, depending on how many people we had on the general session, we could just chat concept and ideas here. And at 12:30, when this session ends, we can go into a session specifically with Navid and Eufy and ourselves to discuss any of the details that we need to hash out going forward.
You know what would be interesting to me is what does Navid actually see that he likes? In simplicity, 1, 2, 3, from his distance, what does he think he likes about what he's seen here? I'm going to have to verbalize everything that is typing there in the chat facility.
Yeah. Yeah, so he likes the ease of use, likes the graphics, obviously needs to know the costs so we can plan, which is all understandable. But yeah, I think the key, Navid, you've hit the nail on the head for us. You know, we wanted to keep it simple. We wanted to keep the ease of use really easy, the costs low, so we can accommodate a broad range of businesses across the spectrum. And make it really simple for people to get online and take their e-presence forward. I mean, it's one of the key things I think is going to be required in the world going forward from now is to get people with a serious e-presence. Yeah, so we've tried to stick to those core principles. Right. Okay. So yeah. Any other questions or comments from anybody else? If you want to just unmute your mics and have a quick chat. We've got about 7 minutes to the bottom of the hour. Then I think we'll try and end off the general session. So yeah, if you just like to unmute yourself and comment or raise a question, we'll pick it up from there and then sort of work our way down to the bottom of the hour quickly. Yes, Dawn.
No, I'm just saying it's so exciting thinking that we now have participation from the top of Africa to the bottom and in the middle with everyone that's just on this platform, never mind all the other people we're speaking to. So, Navid, it's got great opportunity. We're so excited about this. I don't know if you know the whole concept. You've got the 4-day virtual mall, and then that platform that's set up there will move into the 4-day virtual trade fair. Then that platform will be moved on to the virtual mall, which gives you a whole year's exposure as well, which is fantastic. And I tell you, anyone with foreign currency, it is nothing. It costs absolutely nothing, because we're in the exhibition industry and we know just how expensive it is to be in the real world. The cost of exhibitions are huge, and the cost for this is it's nothing. It's so cheap and it's a gift. So I'm very excited to have you all on board, and I think this is just going to grow and grow.
Great, thanks, Dawn. And yeah, and, just for Norbert sake, Dawn is a veteran in the exhibition and shop fitting and stand building industry. Has been around for many years, and we're excited to have her input in terms of the structure and the structure and this process going forward. You know, a bit of reinvention. Although I think, as we've said to many folk, we see it as part of a hybrid approach going forward. I mean, obviously, at some point, physical is going to come back into reality, but we really see this complementing and dovetailing with the physical space when it does eventually start to happen again. So we're very excited to have those professional inputs as well. Great, yeah. Okay, if he's just about to get up, and I caught him. So yeah, any questions or final comments from yourself, Yufi? It's fine. Okay, we'll leave them off there. Grace, let's come across to you, Grace. Grace, are you with us?
I'm here. Was just trying to unmute. I think for me it's fantastic, and it's great to just see momentum gaining across the continent and beyond, internationally as well. And just excited to see how the next few weeks unfold in terms of getting more people to subscribe to the event itself. I mean, as expected, it's our first event, so it's not going at the pace that we want, but like everything else, everything takes time. And as soon as we have the first event, then people will see the benefits and start joining us and become part of it. So, I mean, it doesn't worry me that the pace is slow, but at the same time, it's about the start. We have to start somewhere, so that we can have momentum and kick off.
Absolutely, and I think this kind of collaboration will lead exactly to that kind of acceleration that is actually needed in the process. So we're very excited about that as well. Jasper, from your side.
I just want to compliment the team on getting where we are, and I love the initiative from Eugene to take the concept a step further and start giving us some better visuals. And like Irene has also commented, we now got the electronic board up. But I'm looking forward to having input from our the rest of Africa family, Navet and Yufi, and I can actually see them also making use of the speaker engagement and use that spot to tell us on the trade fair what can they offer, what's available, so that we can give this exhibition the kick-off flavor of Africa taking hands for the new economy, that kind of vision.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Jasper. Eugene, from your side?
No, nothing at the moment. Just glad I was able to get it out today. Just took a little bit longer than I expected, but yeah, also just got some feedback from some family and friends, and their feedback was it was great because now they can actually see kind of the idea that we're trying to portray or trying to sell. So I'm just quite stoked that that it's a step moving forward, which is really exciting. So it's been invigorating for me as well. So yeah, it's great.
No, that's excellent, and it's absolutely what we're all about in terms of collaboration and cooperation. You know, we want guys like you who put their hands up and say, you know, let me contribute and see how I can actually make this better. And I think you've done that. So yeah, well done, and we really appreciate that contribution, and we're looking forward to making it work for all of us. So yeah, well done.
And let me just point out, if I may, the type of input that a Eugene does and a Grace does and Desiree, and by the way, she's already sent me her PowerPoint for the government sponsorship, which I'm now working on this afternoon to put the meat to the skeleton there, just so that you all know that these things are really gaining momentum. But the type of design work that someone puts like Eugene has done impresses someone like Navid, who has over 82,000 odd likes on his African business site. And once people start coming through to virtual trade fair and they walk through the fair and they go through the exhibition, they're going to discover you, Eugene. And believe me, when you start contributing back to us, we're going to make certain that you get exposed to all of those particular people. And I'm sure Navid would actually like you to design an even taller, the tallest building in Dubai virtually on the Africa Business Network site. I think that's what Navid would like to have in virtual design terms. Navid, would you? Just say yes. Yeah, okay. And Eugene,
it would be a dream come true for me.
Of course. But you know what? It's already becoming true now, because we float it as an idea and tomorrow we actually make it happen. That's what the chamber is all about. That's what this team is all about. That's the pace with which we work. And it's the contribution that everyone makes in collaboration, as Jasper actually mentioned, that's going to take this thing through the roof. I mean, you know what, everyone talks about an overnight success and they want it to happen in 10 days. Well, most people know it takes 10 years. Navid knows it takes 32 years. But in this instance, I think this is going to happen in less than 10 months here. You're going to see this thing go through the roof. Just keep doing what you guys are doing.
Great, thanks. Thanks, Trevor. Yufi, any final comments from you so we can wrap up this general session and go into the specific discussions with Navid and yourself?
I just want to thank the whole team for putting this together, from Trevor to Ivan to Jack to Eugene, and also the future partnership with Navid, Irene, Dawn, and the whole team. Let's move forward with Africa.
Right. Thanks, Yufi, for that. Okay, folks. I think we'll end the formal session now. So I'm going to stop the recording, and yeah, if Navid and Yufi and Gavin, Trevor can stick around. Jasper, if you want to as well. Jasper's also part of the core team. So and then we can just dig into a little bit more into some of the details that Navid is wanting to discuss. So thanks, folks. See you again tomorrow at 12. And Navid, by the way, you're welcome to extend the invite to any of your folks to join this 12 o'clock session. We do it Monday to Friday, every weekday, 12 to 12:30 South African time, and absolutely open to anybody who wants to come and find out a bit more and get connected and see what's happening. Good. Okay. Thanks, folks.